We are back in Ohio for 2 weeks, and we are here. I'm here. Obviously, I'm not working while I'm here other than on my computer, so I have lots of projects. So here is my old chicken run. We're gonna obviously keep the old coop. That's gonna get cleaned out, and that's just gonna stay as a shed. But this guy is gonna get all torn down, and I'm gonna get rid of this. We have lots of projects over there. We have about 6 acres here, almost, give or take. We've got a massive burn pile in the back up there. We have that pool back there has got to go. It's been so old and falling apart. We're renting a dumpster next week. We're here for 2 weeks. There's a massive pile over there he is actually on the excavator right now. We brought that from Wisconsin. That'll stay here since we have more projects here over time. Probably in the spring we'll be back to do more. We have a lot of things to clean out that is ours that we left here, but this is his dad's property, so we are very blessed that he is so gracious to let us keep our things here until we can get to them. And now we are trying to help him. I'm actually going to do a free clean on his house for letting us stay here and keep our things here. He's getting older, so he needs a little bit of help on all these acres of land. I got my solar fan up there. I need to get that down. It's just not been used in over a year now. So it's time to get it taken down. Hopefully it'll be easier than I think. I have low expectations for this being easy because it's been up here for 2 years probably, maybe, and I don't expect any screws and staples are going to come out easily with being in the weather. So that's going to be fun. I'm not sure it's going to happen today, but I'm going to try today. It's beautiful. You can see it's sunny out here. We live in this little community. Well, we don't live here anymore. We used to live down the road in this little community. His dad lives here. His sister lives here. So we're going to get it cleaned up. It's a lot. That pool was bought for grandkids years and years and years ago. But it has been used in a couple years, and there's tadpoles. So that'll be, I'm going to do a video on that because he's going to rip it apart with the excavator because it is still full of water. Nasty water. And it would just be easier than having to rip a hole and run, which was our initial plan. That did not happen this last summer. So once we get the dumpster in here, that will be one of the first things to go. This is probably going to be sold or given to somebody I know. I'm going to try to sell these panels. The wood, we're just going to throw probably the wood in the burn pile, or I'm going to see if somebody I know wants it for their barn. That's actually lumber that we purchased brand new from Lowe's, and it was treated lumber. So it was actually brought here from our home down the road probably 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It's been a year up there. Probably sat here for 6 to 12 months, and then over there for 2 to 3 years roughly. We've actually built this by hand, this whole thing. There's a topper on it that is sagging, that needs to come down, and that's stapled up there. We have variations of things. We have wood or post staples or whatever those are called right there. We get to hammer those in. I don't know what happened with these, why they're not in the wood. Those kinds of screws with the lovely special head that you can't just use like a those ones might be. Oh, they're stripped out. Those were regular screw heads, Phillips, but they're stripped out. So that'll probably just have to see if I can get a hammer in there. We zip tied all that together just so predators wouldn't get in. There's boards down here that are just moved and shifted over time. This door I might actually keep assembled and see if somebody I know that owns a farm might want that for anything in their barn. Nice door. Take the hinges off and off of the obviously the side here. And I'm going to send that person a picture of this and see if they want it. And I'm sure they're actually going to see this video. But there's a dog cage in there that they took down and just kind of put it out here. All of my chicken stuff is in here. So once this is taken down, we'll have access to get all of that out. So there's cans back in there. I don't know if we left it. I took a lot of stuff down before I moved. It was just a very quick thing. What in the world is that? A mouse? Oh my gosh. Ew. It's either like a mouse or a baby, like something. Maybe like a mole or a... Ooh, okay, we're not going to go in here. We're going to take this down. And then we'll mow it. We'll get this cage out of here, obviously. Then we'll take this down. I think that's the only thing that's in there. I don't know what that is in the back. It looks like a rock, but I know I didn't have rocks in here. It's like, let me zoom in. That thing back, oh, that. I don't know if it's like a rotting pumpkin. I'm not sure. We had thrown pumpkins in here for the chickens, and they got taken to a new home when we moved, and the pumpkins apparently left seeds behind and sprouted new pumpkins last summer. So that was fun. So that's why I'm wondering, like, that can't be maybe another pumpkin that grew and just is rotting back there. But oh, I guess we can walk over. I'm not walking through there. I'm not doing it. I don't know what that was in there. It looked like maybe a baby, like something, a bunny or a mole, but it's probably a mouse. I couldn't tell. I don't know if you can see that in the video where it crawled out from under there, but it was living under there. No thank you. What is that? It is a pumpkin. Look at that. That's a pumpkin. You can see the... Well, let me zoom out a little bit. I'm scared to move any of the grass now. You can see like that's a pumpkin. Another one grew. So there must have been more growing in here this last time around too. A couple, maybe. Usually something comes in and eats them before they could be harvested for anything. Anyways, we grew a pumpkin patch up on the hill a couple years ago, and they didn't quite make it to be good pumpkins successfully, so we just kind of took them and let the chickens eat them before they rotted too bad. And then ever since, the seeds were in here growing, and I guess the chicken poop fertilized them good enough. But you can see all my stuff right there, and then there's a bunch of stuff. All my chicken stuff is still inside of there, and there's some, I think, up in the main garage up there. But this will be a good storage for little things, you know, whatever little things we want to put in there. This is my tackle, my next tackle, hopefully, for a project. I said that backwards, but you know what I mean. Words are hard, okay? Words are hard. I'm not sure I'm gonna like having 2 weeks stuck here. I have no vehicle the first week because he will be at work, driving to work. He works out of Ohio still, and his dad works Tuesday through Thursday this week. So yeah, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. And this is all his property all the way down to, there's a creek over there. You see that white house on the far side there. Obviously that's not his, but in between the here and there's a creek down there where that oh now my finger's blurring it out. There's a big huge tree out there. I'll do a video on that later. And then we got farm field. We really are out in the country. Next door is a church and a cemetery. And this is my home for 2 weeks, so it's beautiful out here though. I'm not sad about it. I kind of need the break from going to work every day. And I will still be obviously doing computer work, so there's that. But then once that's taken down, we'll get it all mowed up and pretty, and then I'll start cleaning out the shed. So I think we're supposed to have pretty good weather, hopefully for the next 2 weeks. And that stuff over there, those are actually grapevines. So those I'm gonna clean that fence line up if I have time. There's a lot to do out here, so I will try to do videos as we go, and maybe give somebody else some inspiration to get up and do something. I don't know if watching somebody else do things is inspirational. I'm actually, I think, gonna take photos as I go. So like I have a before picture, and then I'll have a picture of like when it's all down in piles, and then like what it's done after it's mowed, and then maybe that'll be inspiration for other people to get out and do some yard work before it gets to be freezing cold. But anyways, that's it. That's all I have. 10 minutes of rambling about chickens and nothing really, and you can tell I'm already bored, so I better start working, and then I won't be so bored. And this first week, I will add, I do not have children. They are with their father, who lives in Ohio. The second week, they'll be back here with us, so I better get to work, because no children, no going to a job site for 2 weeks is, well, first week no children is going to be a nice change, but very difficult for me. So I don't know. Anyways, hope y'all have a great rest of your weekend. It's only Sunday, so the weekend's done, but you still have a little bit left. Only Sunday, right? So we have a whole week ahead of us.